All right, everybody, we're gonna wait just a minute, see if we can give folks time to get up in here if they want to watch this process. Get some stuff out of the way here before we get started. What that's for. All right, got one person in here. Can you hear me okay? We're just waiting for some people to show up before I start cutting the leather. If nobody shows up within the next minute or so, we're going to go ahead and start. We're 3 minutes in right now. Nobody showed up, so this will basically just be recording for later viewing if nobody shows up. Can y'all hear me okay? Whoever's in here, please tell me you can hear me or not. About to get started on this shoulder holster. Just giving it a minute to see who shows up. Man, I'll tell you what, a little stuffy in here. There's air. I got a fan behind me, which you can probably hear. There's no real air in here. What? I didn't know you could share screen on you live streams. Okay, so check this out. This link is in the description here. This is the holster that we're working on tonight. Excuse me. Apparently, I can't speak. Tonight we're working on this holster. This is the Heritage Rough Rider, as you can see. For a long time, it was the only craftsman who made a shoulder holster for this gun, and that's what we're working on. I've done live streams on these before. On how I make these. Here's how they fit. Picture of me wearing it years ago. As you can see, it's before my beard started turning gray. But I'm glad to know you can screen share on YouTube Studio. I have a video plan for the Modern Frontiersman Training Group channel, which this will come in handy. No more need for StreamYard. Now I just wonder if you can go live with other creators on YouTube. I don't know if you can do that or not. Have guests. But we'll find out. All right. Well, according to what I see, nobody's in here. It could be YouTube being done, but I don't see anybody. Nobody's saying nothing, so we're just going to start. If somebody shows up and starts talking, then we'll talk back. Until then, it's going to be quiet and work. Let's see. Gotta find buckles here. Strap buckles. Where did they go? Stuff's all mixed up. Snaps, eyelets, more eyelets. Come on. There we go. The strap buckle. Ta-da! These will be for the shoulder straps. Some people, sorry, the camera's up here. Some people think these straps are too thin, but they're really not. Especially if you want to, if you want the straps to be kind of concealed under a jacket, or not be all big and bulky. These are, I don't know. Let me see. I need my ruler. These strap buckles are, we're looking at half-inch straps and buckles. Let me see. I need to do something different with the lighting. Does the white light better? It looks kind of blue, don't it? Go back to the yellow light. Damn it. Here we go, yellow lighting. So we got half-inch strap buckles here. So we're going to do half-inch straps. Sometimes the reason I check that is because sometimes I will do like check my pattern here. Sometimes I will do 3/4 inch straps. Today is going to be half-inch because that's what buckles I have. It's not really that big of a difference, but I need to know that before I cut out the yoke for the straps. So here's my other one, 3/4 inch one. It's quite a bit bigger. I made it much wider, but we're going to do the half-inch straps. This is an Al Spolman pattern. Legendary leather worker. This is not my design, but I'll say shoulder holsters. I find shoulder holsters to be rather difficult to design from scratch because the angle, like of the straps and everything, is rather complicated to get right. Let me see. Okay, this is right-handed dude, so need to. Looks like somebody keeps showing up and disappearing. I don't know what's happening here. So, I'm gonna make the straps. I need to adjust this pattern because this pattern was made like back in the 50s, and people tended to be a bit smaller. And this pattern sometimes tends to be too small. Get a roundabout measurement here on how much I need to extend this thing. Extend it about 2 inches longer than what it calls for. All right, so we got our angle right here. We got our shoulder strap traced out. This one traced out. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but with all the straps drawn out onto the leather here, which we will cut out momentarily. Now, that leather is 8 to 9 ounce. For the straps and the yoke, I use 4 to 5 ounce, a little bit thinner leather. Small piece here. That. Now, go ahead and cut out the shoulder straps with this here strap cutter. Now, when you everything will go fine until you turn on the camera. So, a wee bit wider of a strap. That strap ended up being too thin. It's fantastic. I love it. I love when things go wrong, especially on camera. So we're going to cut a new strap It's okay, that one's not wasted. It can be used for something else. All right, there we go. All right, it's getting wider. There we go. 1/2 inch strap. Check it with this buckle. Sweet. Now we got our 2 shoulder straps, which will cross in the back, like so, across the back of the wearer. So there's our shoulder straps. We got our yoke. We've got the harness pieces all cut out. Oh, fantastic. Let's see. Now the actual holster part itself. Really messy. Now we will trace the actual holster out. It's for a 6-inch barrel. Heritage Rough Rider 22. Alright, cut that out. Now we have the holster section cut out. Now, get all these pieces cut, ready to go. Now, before I actually start doing the detailed cutting, I need to change this blade because I just realized that it's getting pretty dull. I noticed that a lot of people come in and out of these live streams, and I recognize that a lot of people don't really have the patience or desire to sit through something being made. And that's okay. People that do will stay and watch. Those who don't will not. And that's cool. Now we'll start actually cutting the pieces out. So when I'm working on stuff, I'll kind of cut around it just to get it off the hide to make a smaller piece to work with. So now we'll actually cut the pattern out that we traced onto those pieces of leather. So here's the yoke, and that's what the straps will go through. Now, well, damn, where's my hole punch? There it is. So now we just gotta make the slots for the straps to go through. This is a very intricate, tricky process. Make sure the straps fit, and they do. Cut out the holster. Holster is cut out. We'll cut out all these harness pieces. This will be the main piece of the shoulder harness. So here's the main shoulder harness, which goes over the shoulder here. Now this is the part that'll go under the shoulder and connect to that piece. So there, all the shoulder harness pieces are cut out. So that's how that'll attach on like so. Part that goes around the shoulders and the gun attaches onto the bottom there. I just gotta punch out all the holes for lacing and stitching it. Kind of odd how it seems like nobody's coming in here tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe everybody's got to work in the morning. And they've gone to sleep. So now we got the lacing holes cut out on both pieces of the shoulder harness. Punch out the holes for rivets where it gets all pieced together. All right, sick. So now harness pieces are all cut out. I'm just gonna bevel these edges right quick. Thought everybody was going to come back in here when I got to working on this, but it's like nobody's showing up to this live stream. It's okay. Yeah. I'm working regardless whether people show up or not, so it don't really matter. So beveling the edges, you can't tell in the camera, it just kind of rounds off those edges. Seeing one person here. Who's here? Show yourself. Tim Harper, what's up? I didn't think anybody was going to say anything for a while. Like, dang, glad to see you. 3 people. Been going for 31 minutes just now. That's the most people that's shown up in here. Tim, I was live earlier, and I was showing everybody the failed rifle scabbard. I was telling them I got to get started on that tomorrow. I've been running scrap metal to get some more money in the house today. I had to cut this shoulder holster out and get it dyed and drying, and then I'm gonna have to run. I'm gonna have to drive an hour to Birmingham. I'm gonna get some different leather to redo your rifle scabbard. Um, there's some really nice leather that I found that I think will be better. And that, while like I dyed that with an antique dye, it's really difficult to get something that big dyed evenly by hand. So I just got to thinking, I was looking at it, and I was like, man, I feel like I can make it look a lot better than that. And I'm gonna go get some pre-dyed. Uh, you want it like a light color? I think I'll get like a chestnut, like a or a russet color, and remake it with some pre-dyed leather so it'll look better. I'm just not. You might have been happy with it, but I'm not. I'm not really happy with the way the dye turned out on that big of a piece like that. Just I couldn't get it consistent on that big of an item. Um, but anyway, um, we're working on this shoulder holster right now. I just got to get it cut out and dyed, and then I'll get to working on get to redoing yours tomorrow after I go to Birmingham and get the leather for it. They have so I used to get leather from Wickett and Craig, the oldest vegetable tannery in America, so they say. And they have a really nice russet saddle. I mean, not saddle skirting, but I can't think of the word. Not English bridle either, but I can't think of the words. But they have a really nice russet color leather. They call it kind of like the color of well, kind of like the color of this belt here I showed earlier on the live stream. This is that leather. So I think this would be nicer. I mean, you can tell me, but I think this color would look better and it'd be more even. Just it's really hard to dye something that big by hand. By the way, if anybody wants this dress belt, it is for sale right now. You can go through Cash App, $40. This is normally like a $90 dress belt because this is expensive leather. If you need a dress belt, $40 Cash App, Modern Frontiersman, and I can size it for you live right here if you want it. It's not sized yet. So if anybody wants this, $40 to Cash App, and I'll size it for you live right here, and I can put it in the mail first thing in the morning. This is a 1 1.25 inch belt. It's more like a dress belt to wear with nice clothes. If anybody wants that, just tell me you want it. Let me see. It's on my pattern. I can't remember. For some reason, I can never remember the length that these straps are supposed to be. I always always make them longer though, because this being designed, like I said earlier, this being designed back in the 50s, the sizes are too small because people were smaller. Truth is, they were healthier and they were more fit. Now we've gotten fat and lazy. It makes these 4 inches bigger than what the pattern says. So in this one we want to do 28. It's supposed to be 28, so we're going to do it 32 inches instead of 28 inches. Two. 32 inches on that strap. So now that I got myself situated here, I can cut out all the, make sure everything's cut out properly for the strap and get it all sized up. All right, so put a little point on this. Some people use like on there's a belt tip cutters that'll make it perfect, but I've been doing it so long I've gotten to where I can not use the template or the belt tip cutter and do it straight by hand. It turns out fine. So those that don't know, I've been doing leather work for like 15 years. Kind of stumbled upon it accidentally, actually, and been doing it ever since. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do about 9. I do about 9 holes usually. Give somebody 9 inches of adjustment. Probably more than enough. Punch all the holes for the strap, for the adjustment on the strap. And I know you can't really see what I'm doing too well from that distance, but if I put that camera on the table, it'll shake like crazy when I bump the table. So I just kind of do stuff and then I'll pick it up and show you. So there's all the holes are punched for that strap. Now this strap is for the buckle. So it's where the buckle will be attached. So I fold it over enough where it'll still have room for the center bar of the buckle. And again, I don't need to measure it because I've been doing it so long. But when you're new to leather work, don't eyeball stuff because you will definitely mess it up. I shouldn't do it even though I can, but I can, so I do. So here we have the end for the buckle. You can see it's got that little slot in it. That's where the tongue goes through, and then the little holes are for rivets. So it goes through the buckle, and then the tongue of the buckle pops up through that slot, like a belt. It's basically the same process as making a belt, and then just rivet the piece back on there. It's like a little tiny belt. I use these little buckles to make kids' belts and baby belts too. Sometimes people order belts from me from for their kids, and I'll do like a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch strap like this, and for little kids belts, they turn out pretty nice. I've got some really cute pictures of people sending me pictures of their kids or their grandkids wearing a belt that I made for them, and it's the cutest thing. My daughter and my son both wear belts that I've made them. My daughter has one I made her out of buffalo leather, and my son has one. Hers is a brown buffalo leather, like I make those layfoot holsters out of. And then my son has one like a more dark brown, but it's made from veg tan cowhide. But they're very proud of of their belts that Daddy made for them. I made my son. He's 7. Uh, I made him his first wallet for Christmas last year, and he was thrilled. He felt like a man now that he's got a wallet. So, those little things that matter to people are like, well, kids are so difficult and everything. I really don't think they are. That they be very happy with very simple things as long as you know what kind of thing that is for each kid. And I know, like for mine, it's just those little things that make them feel like to let them know you love them. And my daughter especially, anything that makes her feel like she's responsible and older and getting big, then she's happy with it. Purses, belts, wallets, and she's only 9, but she loves anything like that. She loves fashion and things. And I created a leather luxury brand a couple years ago, and played off of her name and named that brand after her because she loves fashion and stuff. So I thought it made sense for the luxury brand to be named for her. So, all right, all the pieces are cut out now. Good. That took me 43 minutes. It would have been faster than that if I wasn't recording and yapping. Some of y'all have seen me work without talking or anything. Usually, as long as I'm on it and I'm not being distracted by things, I've worked pretty fast. All right, so all the pieces are cut out. Who's still in here? I'm seeing one person. Who we still got in here? Show yourselves. Sound off. Let me see. Mahogany. Oh no. Do I have enough dye? That is the question. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough dye to dye this holster. I got like a little bit left at the bottom, like that much. And I don't know if it's gonna be enough to finish it. All I can do is try. Since I do have to go to Tandy tomorrow, if I do run out, then I can just buy some more when I get there. I have to dye 2 of these holsters. It's definitely not enough for 2 holsters. Not enough dye. That's lame. Anyway. Oh shit. I didn't realize the tripod was sitting on my piece of poster board that I dyed stuff on. Alright, so I just put poster board down so that I don't make a mess with my table. Now, this is probably going to end early because before this holster's done, because I got a feeling that I don't have enough dye for this. Hopefully, there's enough to at least finish this shoulder rig. It won't be enough to do a second one, which this um, order had two. I had one of them finished, and then I realized that it was sized incorrectly. So now I'm having to remake the flame. But it's okay because these holsters sell all the time, so I'll be able to sell them to someone else when somebody else orders a Rough Rider shoulder holster. Ugh, running low. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to even finish this one. That's whack. Ugh. All right. So we're about to find out. We're gonna keep dying until we run out of dye. See how far I get. I really thought I had a full bottle of mahogany dye. I did not. Yeah, maybe we'll finish this piece. That'll probably be the end of the line. Yep, that's as far as we're gonna get, fellers. I'm out of dye. That is whack. So it's okay. I got the big pieces. I got the big pieces dyed. Oh no, I didn't. Shit, didn't even get the other side right. Anyway, well, I got those big pieces dyed. What we like now is the other half of that, the yoke for the straps and the shoulder straps themselves. So, so, so we're not gonna be able to finish this holster tonight. Dang it. So I'm gonna have to. I gotta drive an hour now to get more dye and more leather to finish that rifle scabbard up. So that's lame. I guess we will. I guess I'll come back to this tomorrow. Well, y'all got to see for a little bit of it anyway. Just didn't get to finish. If you're curious as to how the shoulder holster's put together, I have several live streams where I've built shoulder holsters. And then I have another video. It's like a time-lapse video of me assembling one, I think. So if you want to see how these shoulder holsters are put together, you can see, look at other videos on that I have on the channel. There are a lot of videos on this channel, I think. There's some older preparedness videos too. There's some very old prepping videos from when I first started this channel. So you should go back and check out some of the first videos I did when this channel started. It's interesting to do that. I do that sometimes. Go back and look, what did I say? Like, how has my approach to things changed and stuff like that? But anyway, if you want to get this shoulder holster that we're working on, once again, here it is in the description. I will show it to you once again. Here is the holster. Heritage Rough Rider shoulder holster. Once again, for the longest time, I was the only craftsman online making a shoulder holster for this gun, and now I'm not, which is fine, because people still buy them. People still buy them quite often. And again, this is a very old picture of me wearing said holster. But that's what we were working on until we ran out of dye. So we will finish it up tomorrow, and y'all will see the full color of it. You can't tell right now; it's going to look all uneven and stuff as it dries, but it will be mahogany when it's dried and I finish applying the oil and the finish and stuff. It's going to have a pretty red tone to it. It's going to look very nice. Yeah. So anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. If you would like to check out some more of my leather work, or you want preparedness and Minuteman type content and gear, head over to modernfrontiersman.com. That's where you can get all of it. As always, till next time, stay self-reliant.